Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are gonna solve LeetCode problem number 338. That is counting bits. This is a easy problem. Let's just quickly go through the description means. Given an integer n, return an array answer of length n plus 1 such that for each I 0 to n, ans I is the number of i's in the binary representation of I. So number of i's in a binary representation, what does it mean? So let's just see for an example, what is the binary representation? So this is the decimal. What will be the binary representation of 1? Will be just 1, or we can say 0, 1 binary. Let's try it for 2. For 2, the binary representation will be, let me just, binary representation will be 1, 0. This is the binary representation. So for 1, what is the number of ones in the in the binary representation? How many numbers of are there? So there is just one in that. And for 2, there is also just one in the representation. Let's try it for something different. Um, let's try it for 3. So for 3, the binary is 1, 1, right? So here 2 ones are there. So in that way, we have to give an output of a list which will contain the number of ones for number 0 to n. That is total n plus 1 numbers are there in the list. Correct. Let's see how can we solve this. So the first thing first, let's just go through one of the example. N equals to 2, 0, 1 and 1. So n equals to 2 will cover what all numbers? 0, 1 and 2. So for 0, how many ones are there in the binary representation? Nothing. It's 0 only. For 1, how many ones are there? There is 1. We saw that in the previous example. For 2 as well, there is just 1. So this is the expected output list, and that's what we are getting. Correct. Yeah. So for n as well, if we see in here, for 0, 0 is just 0. For 2, it's 1. For 3, it's 2 ones. For 4, it's just a single one. For 5, it's also 2, 1. So one thing we can say in here is whatever for, like, if we compare 2 and 3, so here there was just um, one number of, like, number of ones were just 1, but the next number is odd. So next, the odd number is having 1 plus even number. You can see this in the same scenario in 4 and 5 as well. 4 is odd, so whatever the number of uh, i's ones are there, ones in 4 plus 1 is number of ones in 5. That's just a key observation. If you print if you like find the number of ones for few numbers, you can see this this is one trend that's been repeating. With this information, what we can do, see, first we'll create a loop. We have to print 0 also we have to include. So for, like, we'll create a loop 0, 2 and plus 1, right? In the loop, if condition will be, what's gonna be if condition? If the number, whatever the number for I in, let's say this, if n, um, if n is, first we'll declare a list. So let's just say list uh, 1 equals to, already for 0 we have a number in here. Initially the number of ones in 0 is just 0. So we can check for other numbers as well. For if, let's create if statement, if I percentage 2 equals to 0. So we are checking for even. If the number is even, what should be the scenario? So let's see for a even number. In here, you can see 4 is a even number, right? So what's gonna happen? How can we count for 4? So, like we have track of one of the previous number for it. What happened if we right shift 4? So things this element is gonna get eliminated. 1 0 will be left. What is 1 0? 2. So we all, like if we are checking for 4, we might already have the value for 2, the number of ones for 2. So like it's like a memorization. So whatever the number of ones are for 2, it will be same for 4. Just try with the first one. This is for 0 and 1, we know number of ones are, for 0 it's 0, for 1 it's 1. For 2, what it's gonna be? We can see if we apply the same logic. If we right shift 2, 1 0, if we right shift, then the answer will be 1. So for 2, number of ones is 1. For 3, if we have to find, so we also observe one more thing, like odd is basically 1 plus even, last even number. So if by this logic, if we try calculating, so 1 plus even was 2. So even at like 2 has one number of ones. So for 3, answer will be 2, right? So if you can see here, for 3, answer is 2. So using these two logics for even and odd, what we can do in here is we can create this two if else statement. So if it's even, what's gonna happen? I slash slash 2. So this is gonna right shift. You can say list 1. So list 1 I slash slash 2 will be added. So I'll just write it neatly. So for list 1 dot append, we are gonna append this uh, list 1 I slash slash 2. Mhm. So whatever the number of ones we are getting from this logic, we are adding that to the list. And for else statement, what you can say for else statement, mm, so yeah, else statement is basically same thing we can write here. List 1 dot append list of I minus 1. So I minus 1, uh, the previous even number is there in our list. We can just take the count of ones for that even number, and we can add 1 in it, and we'll add that uh, in the list. So for odd number, it will be even plus 1. For even number, it will be right shift, doing the right shift, and calculating the previous like whatever the previous even number we are getting after right shift, we'll just add the value of that, because the right shift not is not gonna affect the count of ones. And we can return, in the end we can return, after the loop we can return list one, right? Let's just write code for this. The constraint, as well as this is a for loop, it's gonna take time complexity equals to n, and here O of n is gonna be complexity, and in constraint also we can see 10 raised to power 5 is the limit. So this is like acceptable. Our solution is acceptable. So let's just write the code. List one equals to, for I in range 0 to n plus 1. So what is n? N is given to us. Yeah, n is int. It's given to us. Uh, we are gonna write if statement. If I percent percent 2 equals to 0. So what is gonna happen in here? If it's a even number, we are gonna do right shift, right? List one dot append um, I slash slash 2. So in this way we are gonna write shift. Else what is gonna happen? Else list one dot append, we can do I, oh sorry, here uh, list one, here. So here as a list one minus one. So if it's odd, we are gonna take the value of the previous even number and we're gonna add 1 to that value, and in the end we'll just return list 1. Here as well, first element is 0. So we already have 0. We are just appending all the other numbers. I just run this code. We are getting 0. Oh, we are including 0 twice in here. Output 0 0 1 0. We can start it from 1. We have already added value for 0, so it won't make any sense. And this will run till nth, because n plus 1 is neglected in the for loop. Now it should work, I guess. Yeah, it's working fine. Let's try submitting this. If it passes all the hidden test cases scenario. Oh, yeah, it's passing all the test case scenario, and we are getting it's beating 98.76% solutions. Runtime is 1%, 1 millisecond. That's great. Do let me know if you like couldn't understand anything in the video. In the comments you can comment out, and I'll try my best to answer those questions. Thank you. That's it for today, guys. Have a good day. Bye.